Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you are here, and this week brings us into the heart of a cosmic turning point. We're under the light of the strawberry full moon and experiencing a rare, mystical Saturn Neptune conjunction that hasn't happened. This energy is deeply karmic, emotionally revealing, and spiritually activating. And today I'm channeling messages for each of those zodiac signs to help you move through it with grace, clarity, and power. Whether you're here for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, trust that the messages that you're about to hear is one that your soul called in. And so take a deep breath, get grounded, and let's step into that guidance that the universe has for you. The sign stamps are below. So I would appreciate if you can stay for the whole journey, and I will be willing. Yes, I had a lot of mic. I think they had an update, and I wasn't able to understand why it was in the settings. My mic was disconnected for some reason. I have no idea why suddenly. Like, it just seemed like this week has been crazy for me trying to record, whatever reason. Anyway, I'm back. I got it. I worked at this. I tried, RK, you're here. I tried to do a reading with you the other day. Hey, Cherry. Hope you all do. So we are doing the signs to start. I haven't done them in a while. I had a lot of problems trying to record the readings for the past week. I had started on the iPhone, and then when I finally got it to work, it just seemed it shut down. It was really strange. So it just felt like it was important for me to do it this way. So first, before I start, I'm just going to go and call in the energies to protect my energy, just to allow me to reveal the channel messages that are going to be revealed for each of the signs, and to allow everybody to have the highest conductive messages for the highest vibration for each and every single one that is aligned with this video. All right. Oh, that's all right. And it was very short and sweet. I was just testing it on my iPhone. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. I shut my door and it's really, really hot here. So I'd love to have air, but I didn't want the sounds to be distracting us too much. So I will update the timestamps below. I got a marker here so I can keep those times. I am going to start with, let me see, I want, which deck? I was struggling so much with trying to do our messages. I'm not doing a individual reading right now, RK. I'm doing the signs. I'm just doing the signs right now in this video. In this video, it's the signs. I also am doing a video on the mother wound after this. You'll have to try to catch me later when I do the free reading one. That's all I can say. So I'll do a video on the mother wound today, and then I'll do another one on the free reading. So any of you, you have to subscribe to get a free reading, and I do those, absolutely. Subscribed and stay subscribed, because it is about an energy exchange, right? All right, so guess what, guys? I got my signs back. Aries, let's start with you. Oh, I know it. You're there, RK, every single time. You're there. I have a fan base. I really do. I'm drinking a smoothie, so if I have purple in my teeth, I'm sorry. All right. So the current energy between you and your person. Is this unrequited love? Is this a soul contract? The strawberry moon reading for you is, you know, there's a soul contract shifting for you. It is healing the leader wound. I have here for you, I have you here, the current energy between you. All right. Yes. I know you did, Anne. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. That 3,000 and some subscribers. I love every single one of you who have contributed to this energy that I'm creating for you. Okay. So the energy between you and your person is the Nine of Pentacles. And so this is the shared emotional frequency right now. Is there, what kind of energy? I'm seeing there's a lot of effort and success and achievement. There is, you're both building towards something that you are trying to seek your reward. It is achievement. You feel that you're actually building towards something that would be really beneficial to you. And your energy towards them, I'm seeing, is the Tower upside down. Do you like this layout, guys? Share with me in the comments below if you like this layout. I finally got my signs back. Loving this, everybody. So your energy towards them, how you truly are showing up in this dynamic is your subconscious is really doing a lot of healing. You're kind of prepared that things take time. You know that, you need to build a strong foundation. You know that in order for you to go the distance, you have to take the time to build something really true. Their energy towards you, Aries, their true vibration towards you is not what they show, but what this is truly revealing that is hidden behind the scenes is, they had a victim mentality. I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles upside down, and the Five of Pentacles upside down, sorry, my card is not completely in the way. The Five of Pentacles upside down has a lot to do with they were in a difficult period of time where they didn't have money. They were struggling financially. They didn't feel that they were worthy. They felt like they had to really prove themselves. And so they really are insecure here. All right. So, their true vibration is that they've been working through that. You have been really allowing them to feel validated. They feel seen. They feel something that they can contribute to this. And so you make them feel really great. So what's blocking this connection with you two? What energetic interference that could be getting in the way? I see the Ten of Cups. So you absolutely want emotional stability and a loving, happy family. And so if this is what's blocking the connection, is which one of you is not ready to settle down? Which one of you are not fully present in this connection to give it all you got? And so what is meant for you to learn from this, Aries, has a lot to do with your soul growth, your emotional wound, or your pattern that is being reflected through this connection, because we're always just manifesting the energy that we have already are created. So if you're holding on to some form of, for your soul growth, you're the Hermit, which means, you're wanting to be on this journey of self-discovery, self-reflection, and this person could very well be just vibrating and reflecting that energy back to you of this energy, and that you're saying, I just need to know the truth. I need to know who is the one that is the one for me. You are the one for you. So this Hermit has a lot to do with you becoming enlightened, by you becoming really self-aware. And so this is what you were to learn through this journey. And so what action should you take? So this is the guidance from your higher self. And, this is showing, King of Wands is really optimistic, bold, daring, And so if you're either going to see that you need to look at if this is the person for you. Is this the person you actually truly desire? Is this the one that you were pulled to in a physical way? Because the King of Wands has a lot to do with subconscious energy. It has a lot to do with how you really are it's not just ego, but you're being really attracted to this person in a way that is, so you have mental, you have spiritual, you have the physical and emotional. And so this person is really serving you in your spiritual realm. It is helping you to really follow through with your journey that you are creating. Hi, Channy. Hi, RK. Hi, Cherry. Hi, Anne. I love it that my team is always here. You guys have been with me throughout all of this, and I just love that so much. Just love it. All right, so the potential outcome for you, Aries, in the next like month, we'll say next month. I have the Queen of Wands. Look at this, King and Queen. I love it. So this is most likely going to happen is that as they step into their masculine energy, you're going to step into your feminine energy. And as you step into your feminine energy, you are going to be determined, you're going to be passionate, you're going to feel very confident in this energy connection. And as you see them stepping into their energy, it's going to give you the space to really hold on to your energy and stepping into it as the divine presence of the feminine you are. So Aries, I really love your reading for you this week. This is a beautiful reading that is coming across, that this is more than just a soul contract. This is a contract that is really shifting into something that is a beautiful space for you to really enjoy this energy. And if it's not happening for you physically, it is happening to you energetically. And as it happens energetically, this will also, if you allow the unblocks to unfold, show up for you physically. And so what messages it's coming behind is the Chariot underneath the deck. And the Chariot means you will have success. It's time to move forward where you may have felt stuck. This is a relationship that looks like it's ready to move forward for you, Aries. Wonderful, Aries. All right. So next, Aries, let's do Taurus and the timestamp for you. All right. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm here dropping my stones all over the place. All right. Let me know if you like the setup. I've been trying a couple of different setups fast, and I'm hoping that. All right, Taurus. I can't get over the fact that I couldn't use my sound for a week. It's just so discouraging. I'm so sorry for all of you who thought that I wasn't here for you. I had some sound issues that I had to work out. All right, universe, let's see the messages for those with the sun, rising, moon, or Venus for the energy of Taurus. Taurus, the current energy between you and your specific person. I have here the Ten of Pentacles upside. All right, so the Ten of Pentacles upside down is telling me that you don't feel that this is your destiny with them. You feel like this is just something that may not happen, that this is not the potential. It feels a little bit like unrequited love. It feels a little bit of unresolved energy, and it's not going to be coming to fruition the way that you expected or hoped it will do. And so your energy towards them is the High Priestess upside down. And the High Priestess upside down means that you were truly showing up in this dynamic subconsciously with these expectations that, you know, that you are not able to access the information that you need. You feel a little bit like there's some information that has not been provided to you, that maybe you feel that you are not spiritual enough, you're not evolved enough, that you're not divine enough to receive your special person. You keep trying to people please, you try to keep on fixing other people's problems, and you think that as long as you keep on working through this karma, you will be able to resolve your own. And so what's happening is that there's this longing and this pain of longing of trying to be able to connect with the divine. The separation is not between you and your person. The separation is between you and source, you and God, you and the divine. So their energy towards you, their true vibration towards you, not just what they show, but the energy is revealing the hidden feelings or blockages that could be happening. And you've got the Three of Wands upside down. So it seems like there is a blockage to how you're manifesting your future. There is, you're not seeming to be able to look ahead. You're not able to get past what has happened. You can't see that future. And that's where this originally started with, where's this energy between you? You can't see that happening where you two can both come together and resolve whatever has been happening between you. Because what is blocking your connection, this energetic interference that is happening, it's a trauma response. And so this is past life karma that could be coming through. And this past life karma has a lot to do with you healing this conflict that has been going on. And this conflict, I believe, is very ancestral. It's coming probably from your mother or your grandmother, or from a wound that has been passed down about how you see them showing up in your life. You just, I feel this is an abandonment issue. All right. There's an abandonment issue that is showing up here. And so let's see if we can go in a little deeper and see if we can turn this into a positive. So what is meant for you to learn from all of this is the Ten of Swords. And so your evolution, your emotional wound, and this pattern that is being reflected for you is you are in a state of exhaustion because you have been carrying a burden that is not even yours. You are in an energetic path of carrying a burden of a failure because you've been told over and over again since you were a child that it's your responsibility to hold this energy that's been passed down over and over and over again. And so what action, if any, should you take? So the guidance that I'm seeing here from your higher self is whether it's time to step back, reach out, or release. I'm getting here that you need to get into your divine feminine energy. Your divine feminine energy is nurture yourself the way that you wanted your mother to nurture you, the way that your grandmother nurtured your mother, and way that your grandmother may have nurtured your mother, may be actually putting a emphasis on distorting your divine feminine energy. And so what you have to do is get compassionate with yourself. Start healing the fact that you are deserving, that you are worthy. There are these wounds that are coming up for you. And as you are looking at these wounds, they've been created from the past. And these pasts are not even your wounds. They're wounds that's been handed down because nobody else was able to resolve them until you. So, potential outcome in the next month. I've got the Page of Wands upside down. And the Page of Wands has a lot to do with, so the Page of Wands has a lot to do with doing some inner child healing. There's some inner child healing that has to be resolved. And so it has a lot to do with the way that you perceive things as a subconscious programming, the people pleasing, the trying to take on and fix other people's dynamics, the way that you have always been trying to prove that you are valid has a lot to do with your inner child that needs to be healed. And this inner child can be healed very easily. It takes a loving connection. It takes the ability to see yourself as worthy. It takes the ability to see yourself as, because right now it's showing that this is your most likely, based on current energy, is that you're going to find that healing your inner child is going to help you spiral in and help you find peace, because you are deserving of happiness. You are deserving of joy. And what has happened is you have never really experienced the innocence of being a child that is able to play. You've been always trying to correct and fix situations that was not even yours. And so for you to really be optimistic, because you always feel like in order for you to be happy, you got to fix this. In order for you to receive, you've got to do this. And you've never been able to just be a child. So this is a time for you to see really what happiness really means. It's time for you to play. It's time for you not to be so responsible. It's a dynamic for you to see that this energy is inviting others to come and play in your sandbox with no attachment to anything, no responsibility for anything. I'm not telling you to be dangerous. I'm not telling you to be irresponsible. I'm just saying be open to what shows up in your sandbox and play. Build a sandcastle. Just stay in the present, because there is something blocking your after the present, because once something happens, you just seem to cut it off because you're not able to see that stage of going from inner child to present into the future. So this is a time for you to focus on what brings you joy, what is fun. And if you don't really think of a lot of things that feels good right now, maybe you have to go and create a little play. Okay, Gemini. Gemini. All right, Gemini. The Lovers jumped out, which is your card. All right, Gemini, I'm asking the divine to bring the messages for Gemini, all of those who are resonating with sign of Gemini in their Venus, moon, rising, or sun. Gemini peoples, this is messages are for you. All right, the current energy between you and your specific person is the unrequited love, soul contract. Gemini, I'm getting communication karmas. There is a divine distraction that is happening for you. I'm getting that you or your person is being very logical, very standoffish, very emotionally unavailable. All right. There is a authority or strictness or cutting off the heart a little bit. This seems very much like a contract. All right. This is a contract that has taken place with you and your person. And so the shared emotional frequency is very much, there's an energy here where the heart is not open. You're being very caught up in who they are instead of what is going on subconsciously. This is a contract that you will have to learn how to communicate a little bit better. Your energy towards them is a Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles, how you truly show up in this dynamic subconsciously, or your expectations, is you feel that you're being patient, you know that this is valuable, that you are going to get something out of this for all the effort that you're putting into it. If you're going to get results. So it's basically the sowing the seeds to receive your results. So you are, Cancer, trying to go and really communicate your needs in this. But their energy towards you is a Nine of Swords. So their true vibration towards you, not just what they show, is revealing a blockage, because they are really having a lot of anxiety, and they're going through a lot of negativity. I believe that they have a relationship issues that they're not communicating about, and this is what's creating that detachment and energetically. And when you feel it, they know that they're not hiding it very well, but they can't sleep at night. They seem to be really having a hard time managing this energy. And so what is blocking this connection with you is the King of Pentacles upside down. And the King of Pentacles upside down is a possibility, Gemini, that there's an interference, maybe a trauma response, but this person doesn't feel that they have the means to support you. They don't feel like they can be a provider. They don't feel like they will be able to give you what you need to be the masculine. They can't pursue you. They can't provide for you. I don't know if it's financially or if it is a mental issue, because they do feel like there is some struggles that's taken place here, Gemini. They do feel very unworthy of you. So what you are meant to learn from this connection, Gemini, your soul, like I had stated, there is some communication karmas that are taking place. And so your soul, your wound that needs to heal, the pattern that is being reflected throughout this reading, is showing me that there is some difficult choice because someone is not able to follow through. And so you have this inability to accept that they may be not meant for you. You're just, you're thinking, I have a choice here. Do I stay? Do I walk away? What should I do? Is this temporary? Is this me? Is this them? Well, definitely it's them. And you may get into your people-pleasing ways, which is going to benefit a narcissistic type of relationship. And then you will look back later when you're all depleted and very much like, why did this happen? It is a natural type of energy that happens between people pleasing. When you're going too extreme in this way, they have to balance it in this way. So really, that's where we have to be accountable and responsible. Stay in your emotional response in a secure way, and they'll either show up the way they have to, or they will follow through at a different time when they're ready to take action. So what you're meant to have, you will receive, and what is meant for you will stay, and what is not meant for you may have to leave. Because right now, this is an energy that is being stuck. And so what action, if any, should you take in this situation? Well, your guidance from your higher self says, get in your Queen of Pentacles energy. You know that you are worthy and that you are valuable and that you are confident. Your practical energy has a lot to do with the fact you're supporting yourself. You got it going on. You have everything you need. You don't need anything from anybody. All you want to do is somebody who can match your energy show up. And that is the thing. Will you be able to recognize that, or are you only going to attract those that was from the past? You are in an energy that is deserving much more. And so that's the thing. Can you get in an energy where you don't get stuck, but really flourish in the divine feminine energy that you really are? So what action, if any, should you take in this situation? Well, the guidance from your higher self is saying to you, it is time for you to take a step back and see that the Knight of Cups will be charming and will be just ideal for you. Tactful, graceful, enjoyable. And that person will show up when you are not in people pleasing and need to fix this situation. Make a choice based on what you really want, means not trying to control another person who is struggling in this situation, but taking a step back and saying, universe, I'm ready to release every single thing that does not serve me, and I'm ready to align with someone who wants to show up, to be romantic. And so can you see that the energy of somebody romantic and courting you is not going to be somebody who's stressed out? So, if you are looking to manifest one thing and you are showing up with something else, you can't go back and ask the universe to manifest one thing and still focus on the something else. You have to make a choice. Do you want to continue to be with somebody who is in a stressed out relationship, or do you want to be in that relationship where you are being wooed and romantic, and maybe it's not going to go anywhere, maybe it is, but that's all right, because this is the part of just seeing where it, but you're having fun in it, not stressed out. So what action should you take is focus on someone who is going to also focus on you. Focus on somebody who's going to put in the effort that you are going to put in this relationship. Whether it's time to redirect your energy or not depends on who is going to show up for you. Is up to you to decide on what you want. The energy that I am getting, let's do the potential outcome. So the potential outcome is the Page of Pentacles. And so this is most likely what is going to happen based on your current energy. And this is going to help you spiral and now find peace and hope in your karma that you are going through. So there is some unrequited love that's coming on for you for this week. And so it's time for you to look at when you play, when you plan, when you create your vision of what you deserve. Focus on that energy, because what you are receiving now is you trying to fix something that is not your problem to fix at all. So when you're in people pleasing, you're going to attract these people who don't want to focus on their own problems. They're lazy. They just want you to focus on all of them and give them, feed them, feed them, feed them. And I'm asking you to look at the possibility of how you can give to an energy that people are going to each other. The energy that is coming up that is hidden overall is there is a conflict in this unrequited love that keeps on showing up, because you are attracting those who are in a state of anxiety. So either you're stressed out when you are creating the energy to attract these partners. It may stress you out, or maybe you have a subconscious projection that you are stressed out in relationships, thinking that, you know, maybe you're not in the right frequency to start with. But I'm seeing here, it's up to you to look at a lot of people, maybe competition, maybe you have some jealousy issues, maybe there is something going on where they are jealous or have some issues about you. Get into your energy of knowing that you are worthy of having it all, and that you are so deserving that nobody would ever leave you, because you are so important. You are attracting everybody to you that is for you. And anybody who is not aligned with you can fall away now. And that will work the best and take away the conflict. Alrighty. So let's do 6. All right, Cancer. All right, Cancer, I would love for you to give the highest vibrating messages for our divine Cancer beings. Our Cancer people would be Sun, Rising, Venus, or Moon signs. And each and every single one of you, Cancer, would love to have a message that is being provided here from the divine. Is this unrequited love? Is this a soul contract? Well, for you, it's heart healing. It is spiritual gifts that are awakening, and family patterns are clearing for you. So what is happening now for you this next month coming up? So the current energy between you and your person, I've got the King of Swords upside down. Ooh, it looks like there is a bit of a narcissistic type of energy that's taken place, and people pleasing. So I don't know if one is doing the people pleasing and the other person is just sitting back and dictating how everything is to be. One can't do enough, and one is trying to heal the family. They're trying to make sure everybody's happy. They're giving and giving and giving. And so is this an unrequited love, or is this a soul contract? Well, let's look into this further and see what's happening. But definitely, I see that you've lost the power of being an authority in your own self. There is an abandonment of your own self that's taken place, or the other person could be reversed. I'm seeing here that this happens when we attract narcissistic type of individuals or narcissistic situations. It has a lot to do with emotionally unavailability and more of power. This is only about power now. And so if you have sacrificed your power, if you've given up, you abandoned yourself, you will show up that these people will come and take and take and take until you have nothing else to deliver, and then discourage you and move on to them. And this is not what is really for you. So your energy towards them, how you're really truly showing up in this dynamic, is here you are people pleasing. Here you are giving and giving and giving, and there is no building towards something beneficial. It just seems like you're depleted. It just seems like it's not going anywhere. Your expectations, it seems like it's coming to fall short, and there is some form of an insecure attachment that's coming into play, where you are constantly trying to validate yourself in these actions. So their energy towards you, well, they feel good. All right. They feel towards you, they say, yeah, well, she takes care of all my needs, or he, right? You take care of all of their needs. Everything they ask for, you do it. But because of the fact that you're so available emotionally, physically, spiritually, and mentally, they don't feel that, it's kind of like they don't feel that they could even lose you. They don't feel that pull. They don't feel that desire. They don't, you're too readily available. It's like, they get up and it's like, snap, 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 make my bed for me, make my breakfast for me, do all of this for me, because you can just do it, everything. So you take away all of their stress. You help them feel that they can sleep well at night. They know that you are making it comfortable for them. They know that you won't leave. They know that you won't suffer. You will go and allow them to not lift one finger. They don't have to do anything. You make it so easy. So what's blocking this connection is the King of Pentacles. You want somebody who is going to energetically show up for you, make you feel valuable, make you feel worthy. Let them be a provider. Let them make you feel safe. You see, this is not protection. This is resurrection. This is a lot to do with you wanting somebody to take over the masculine template for you, and instead you're showing up feeling depleted and feeling lost and feeling that how did I even get into this way? And so right now with the King of Pentacles, you're looking for somebody who is going to rescue you, right? You're looking for a prince as you are Cinderella. And if you think about it, the prince and the Cinderella is very much this energy. And so what is meant for you to learn from this has a lot to do with your soul evolution. You have an emotional wound that has been going on since childhood. And this childhood has a lot to do with, you're always in a learning phase of deciding on how to do something. And so you've been growing, you've been curious, you've been like, I just wanted to see how it goes. And so because of this, you're learning lots of things, but it's time for you to take that learning that you have gathered all this time and start implementing it. This is a stage of our evolution where we're just gathering information in your evolution. And so now that you've gathered enough, it's time for you to do something with that energy. So what actions should you take in this situation is get in your divine feminine energy. You've gathered enough information. You know what you want. It's time for you to step into your divine feminine energy and nurture yourself. Know that you are worthy of love. Know that you deserve a protector. Know that as you step into your divine feminine energy, the equal partnership will be a divine masculine energy of somebody showing up and providing for you, making you feel safe, making you feel provided for, because the Empress has a lot to do with your mother womb. By the way, I'm doing a video on the mother womb right after this, just a little plug in there. And so this is the healing that you are meant to heal, is the mother wound that has been interfering with you. So the potential outcome in the next month for you, or the what is based on your current energy, so that you can find peace and hope, has a lot to do with you looking not ahead, but looking at all the energy that you have gathered in the past and how you keep on managing to create more and more of you gathering more information. And it's like, because you're not telling the universe what you want. You're not even aware of what you want yourself. You're in a state of not building towards something long term. You're like, I just want something maybe something casual, maybe something fun, maybe something like, you know, you've been trying to figure out what you want, but you don't know what you want. And in order for you to get something long term, you got to figure out what it is that you're actually wanting in the first place. See, with you, Cancer, you've been opening your heart. You've been understanding what it's like to feel love. And so your evolution is something that you've never experienced before. To have somebody show up that's actually going to allow you to step into a partnership. And that partnership is going to show you that you have been closed down in your sacral energy. That, whoops, my little camera. I knocked my little camera. Sorry. I pulled on the cord by accident. Sorry, guys. That you have been, based on your current energy, you have been spiraling because you have not been really allowing yourself to tap into the hidden knowledge that is deep inside your actual potential of your emotions. If you really looked deep into your emotions, what do you feel? Would you feel anything? Because if you are trying to attract these relationships through your head, then, which originally this is what it seems, you're going to keep on attracting relationships that have nothing to do with your emotions, which is not going to allow you to feel your emotions instead. So you're needing to really tap into, how do you feel, and what type of energy is showing up for you may be where your block is in the first place. Do you feel trusting? Do you feel safe? Do you feel secure? So that is my messages for you, Cancer. All right, Leo, 47, 6. Leave a comment below if you're resonating with any of these readings, if you like the little setup that I am using, or, you know, leave a comment below, even if you want to have a little, like, what's a card reading, I mean, questions. But also, if you wish to have a card pulled for you, comment below, not in the chat, but below, and I will go and pull a card for you. All right. So, Leo, unrequited love or soul contract for you. Well, Leo, it's time for you to really look at the truths in your romantic situation. Leo, it's time for you to reclaim your spotlight. You are the Leo. You are the lion. You are the leader. And Leo, moon, rising, Venus, or sun sign. The energy currently between you and your person has an emotional frequency right now. And that emotional frequency looks like the tension is starting to ease. There is some avoidant attachment issue that's taken place, and it has a lot to do with trauma that has been unresolved, right? So there looks like a lot of healing of some old past trauma. And it is something that is challenging you, but it looks like it is a stage of healing. And that is something that has been affecting the energy between you and the other person. So your energy towards them right now has a lot to do with how you're truly showing up in this dynamic. It may be subconscious, it may be an attachment issue, because I'm seeing the Eight of Pentacles upside down. Eight of Pentacles upside down has a lot to do with commitment issues. All right, so it looks like you're avoiding attachment. You seem to not be able to find a commitment that is both are willing to show up. Either you're avoidant attachment or you're attracting avoidant attachment types of people. And so this is the energy that you need to resolve. And so their energy towards you, their energy towards you, their true vibration towards you, which is hidden or maybe even subconscious, is showing a very deep spiritual profound connection between you two. There is a close bond that is taken place, and you just may not see it yet. And so this may be a soulmate of yours. This is definitely a soul contract, Leo. This is something that is definitely meant for you to endure with them. And so, you know, it's not some flight or fancy. This is something profound. And so, Leo, what's blocking this connection is a state of being aware of what is taking place between you two. There's just seems like you both know about the trauma that's in place. You both know that this is not, you know, just a block, that there is things that are ongoing that you have to be really open to be able to work through. This is not just an energy of a choice. It's like acceptance. Can you really accept, and Leo, can you really accept that part of you that is really there for you? Like, you know, Leo, can they really accept you? All right. And so what is meant for you to learn from this is your emotional wound is you needing validation. You need constant validation that you're worthy enough, that you're strong enough, that you are good enough. And if you're not getting that constant validation, you start reflecting on this connection. And so you have an insecure type of energy. You're looking for constant validation and self-worth. And so you're not feeling really safe in this energy. And then they will go and reflect that by showing that, you know, yeah, right, you got to show up a little bit in a different way, right? So the actions that you should take, the guidance from your higher self in this situation is to, I'm seeing, to release this person that you think that is maybe potential of love. This is not going to be someone that you should put all your energy in right now until you look at what's going on within you. If you feel that you need constant validation, then that person may not show up very long, that this person's going to mirror to you this tragic event of you needing to have that validation in you. So as long as you are dealing with this wound, and I'm assuming it could be a mother or a father wound of you needing that constant validation, you're going to keep on attracting unobtainable or unavailable, or them needing to absolutely love you unconditionally, no matter what. And as long as you are vibrating in a state of needing to have that validation, there's going to be an obviously pointing the arrow at those wounds over and over and over again. And it's going to become very apparent. And so the potential outcome for you, it looks like for the next month, you are going to not look ahead, but instead you're going to look at your past. You're going to look at the patterns that you hold strong with you. You're going to need to look at your dynamics and really how you contribute to this yourself. This is something that you need to look at. Why do you need validation from anybody outside of yourself? If your mother didn't give you that validation, that is something that you need to heal within yourself. And that mother needs forgiveness between you. And as long as you don't heal that mother wound, you're going to keep on projecting to every single one who comes up for you. I am seeing here that the King of Wands upside down has a lot to do with you're not being optimistic. You are in a state where you don't feel validated. There is a wound here of your energy needing to have that need to have validation and feel worthy enough and feel good enough. And as long as this is an energy in the masculine energy, it's distorting your divine feminine energy. You're not feeling a magnet. You're not feeling that you magically can pull what you desire. Instead, you are pulling the energy that needs to be healed in you. And as long as you are creating that energy of attracting healers to show you what you need to release, it's time for you to really look inside and see what is inside that can now go and no longer serves you. It's time for you to reclaim your birthright. It's time for you to reclaim your spotlight. It's time for you to see that you are the beautiful Leo and that overcompensating it is going to be okay until someone actually truly shows up and really sees you for who you are. That's your energy for today. I really have to go to the water. All right, Virgo. Virgo. Unrequited love, soul contract. Virgo, you need to start trusting your intuition over your mind. Your thoughts and what has been going on in your mind has been overrunning what is going on in your sacral energy. It's like you have a little conflict here. And so there is a lot of recalibration that has taken place in your soul, and that you are releasing that perfectionism. You're releasing the parts of you that no longer serves you. And so right now you are feeling very disappointed with what is being created for you. You're like disappointed in your contracts. You're disappointed in this relationship. You're blinded to really what is love. You're feeling there's a lot of grief here, and there's a lot of a pain of or negative energy that's happening for you, Virgo, Virgo rising, Virgo moon and sun. And so this is your card, your energy towards them. Well, you're being a Virgo. You're just being a Virgo. You're the hermit, right? So you're self-reflecting. You're, looking deep inside. You're on this journey where you have to heal everybody. You know that you are in this, I'm the wounded healer. I'm needing to go and heal everybody. So subconsciously, you're going to attract people who are wounded. You're subconsciously always going to be longing for the night to show up, and you always get the inner child that needs to be repaired. And so you're disappointed because nobody's ever actually showing up for you. It's always about you always showing up for them. And so their energy towards you, there's the Page of Cups upside down, of course, the inner child healing that needs to be done. Their wounds are from childhood. And so they're always looking for someone to heal them, nurture them, protect them, take care of them. So you're feeling like you're always getting the man child, or you're always getting somebody that has to be repaired. And their energy towards you, it's kind of like you are their mother wound. You are who they need to heal. So all you're doing is you're becoming a projection of whoever it is that they are, and you're not really being seen and validated for who you really are. So what's blocking this connection for you, Virgo, is a I see here, it's not that they want anybody else, but there is some past life karma that is coming through, Virgo. Remember, there is some soul recalibrations that's taken place. And so right now, what's blocking this connection is, logically what you want in a person, but they're showing up in pain, or they're avoiding attachment, or, it just seems like it's really about, you're constantly serving others and they're not really serving you. Maybe it's the past life karma of you people pleasing and needing to fix things. I think this has a lot to do with, it's just not time for you to be attracting your divine partner while you are doing this work. And what you have to learn from this has a lot to do with this injustice that's taken place, because your soul is just dealing with karma. Your soul is being reflected through what needs to be, the law of the universe is playing out and saying, this is not even your karma. As long as you keep on looking for these wounded soldiers, you are going one by one, trying to heal everybody coming back from the war and trying to heal all their wounds. Instead, you're being paraded by all of these victims from the war, instead of rising to the challenge of being able to attract someone that is going to be a divine perfection as you. So as you are learning to release all that perfectionism, you're going to find that you're just as wounded as from the war as them. And so what you're learning through this has a lot to do with the energy you put out is the energy that you're receiving. But right now, you are projecting a part of you outwards for you to feel worthy or validated. There is a wound here, of course. So what action should you take has a lot to do with, stop looking for people to validate you. Stop looking for people to give you forms of comfort and saying, let's see how it goes and see if you can make me feel good. Because really, this is really have a lot to do with why things are not building. And because as long as you're attracting wounded individuals, that may never change. And as long as you are okay in being attached and being connected to wounded individuals, you're not going to see that change. You're not going to see that change. I'm going to say it again. You're not going to see that change. You need to understand that you need to take a step back and see what is wounded in you that you keep on attracting this energy. And so your potential outcome for the next week or next month has a lot to do with temperance upside down. So it's imbalanced. Do whatever you can for others. Give, 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 give. Give all you got with no conditions whatsoever. And don't worry if it's perfect. Don't worry if they're received. Don't worry if it's good enough. Just unconditional. Just know that the universe will balance itself out eventually. This is a time of surrender. This is a time to let go. This is a time to understand that it's time for you to cut the cords of all that has bound you. Right now, this is a time for you to heal the limerence, heal the cord cutting ceremonies. Just allow yourself to be free. Allow yourself to not have any expectations for now, because you have been waiting and you have been building and you have been looking at a certain perspective. And as long as any of that energy is creating this right now, you need to just take a step back and allow the universe to lead. That is truly what is. All right. All right, Libra. I don't have ability to do the little commercial right now. I need to take a 5. Libra, unrequited love, soul contract. This is, I see some relationship mirroring that's happening. This may be an activation in this relationship, maybe even a twin flame. And so I am seeing here in your energy right now, the current energy between you and your person, Libra, Libra sun, moon, rising, or Venus, that what is shared, the frequency right now between you two is seeing some, definitely some avoidance, some unresolved, like you're stuck. Like you're stuck energy, really stuck energy right now. Can't move forward. I can't move back. I really feel that I can't make a decision. I'm suddenly paralyzed. And yeah, stuck, suddenly paralyzed, stuck. And so your energy towards them, you know, you're showing up in this dynamic subconsciously. You have I have done all I can. I've been defeated. I feel like I've failed this connection. There's definitely a lot of betrayal here. It looks like something that you gave up on. You walked away from this connection and you felt like it was not something that you can see any potential in it anymore. But you know you love this person. You just feel that you couldn't do what they needed. So their energy towards you, your energy, their energy towards you, how their vibration truly reveals hidden behind the scenes, you know, not really how they act, but behind the scenes, they really actually want a commitment with you. They actually are dedicated to you. They really are only tied to you. They don't want anything else but you. And so what is blocking this connection is they don't see the potential of a future with you. You don't see the potential of a future with them. So right now there is divine timing at play, because in past life, I feel that you two had broken up many times in the past. And so now there just seems to be this potential that you think this is done. There's no potential. This is never going to go anywhere. It's constantly going, constantly in the same loops and over and over and over again, and it's not benefiting you. And so what is meant for you to learn from this? Well, what is meant for you to learn through this, the emotional pain and wound that you have, is your sacral is shut down, and there is a wound of shame. There is a wound where you feel that there was shame from a mother wound or maybe a father wound, but there is some healing that has to be done here. I am seeing here that you have shut down your emotions long ago from this. And so because of that, this is being reflected through this connection, that you weren't showing up in your connections with them. And so what action should you take? The guidance from your higher self says whether it's time for you to reach out is now. And it says, you know, feel this new love again. Look at this as a new emotional awakening. Allow yourself to explore that this person truly could be your person. And so if you feel in your heart and soul that this is your person, that you truly love this person, then instead of going from the pain of this not being able to work out, create this new desire and love. Look at the ways that you two showed up for each other, that nobody else could show up for you in any way. Be love again in this. What is meant for you will always show up. And this is showing true love. Yeah, this is showing true love. And so what action that you should take is, you know, don't look at, am I valid? Am I worthy? You know, suck it up. You know, say, I am sorry. I am sorry. I am messed up, and I sometimes need to be validated. I sometimes have some issues that I have to work through. And I'm nothing without you. You know, that's the thing. You know, don't be so compassionate feeling, oh, I deserve more. In fact, maybe they deserve more and you haven't shown up. So your potential outcome timeline, I have to open up the door. I'm so hot. Oh, my door is open. And so right now the potential outcome or timeline for you based on this energy for you, Libra, is I'm seeing that the worst is not over. This is not over. This is over between you two. This actually is showing that it's time to reignite this flame again. Clearly, it's time to renew, because this is your person. This may be your twin flame. This is definitely a soul contract. This may be your soulmate, but this is your person. Definitely your person. Libra. This is your. All right. Just give me a second. I'm just going to go and put the collective sign in. I'm just going to take a quick little moment. Just let me step away for a moment and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Ugh. Okay, you are Libra. That was for you. All right, that was for you, Libras. I'm back. Right. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, for you, what is hidden? I am seeing this unrequited love or soul contract has a lot to do with some wounds that are going to be revealed. There is maybe an ending. There is a possibility of some transformation. Libra's sun, sorry, Scorpio's sun, rising, or Venus or moon. All right, Scorpio, the hidden energy, the current energy between you two is it tension, avoidance, unresolved energy? What has taken place? Your shared. I've got the Two of Wands. So Scorpio, I'm seeing here for you, the Two of Wands has a lot to do with you still waiting, you still trying to work towards something with them, or them doing same with you. One of you is making a decision and holding true to it. So you're choosing a path and you're saying, okay, let's do this, but you're not yet receiving this. It's kind of like you're planning it, and you are both deciding to make a decision. And so what is the energy of what that decision is? Your energy towards them is saying, you listen, I'm showing up in this subconsciously saying, I feel valuable, I feel worthy, I feel deserving. I'm looking for my masculine energy now. I'm very desirable. I'm very attractive. And so for you, their energy towards you, their true vibration towards you, this card often reveals the hidden feelings, and they feel courageous. You make them feel good. You make them feel they got so much power inside. They feel divine, and that you are someone on the outside of them. Shut up. They feel really powerful. You make them feel very secure. So what's blocking this connection between you two, this interference that has been happening, has a lot to do with somebody has a fear of commitment. That's it. Like, there is a fear of commitment here. There is a fear of losing yourself, sovereignty. You're scared of losing yourself, right? You feel ready. You feel ready, but are you ready to really let go of yourself? What you are meant to learn from this. So your evolution has a lot to do with you looking at what you become addicted to. What kind of connections that you develop has a lot to do with codependency versus independence. Where is it that you're a little excess? Where is it that you may be going a little too far? Because when we people please too much, we go and attract narcissistic relationships. When we are a healer, we will, show up with lots of different wounded fellas. So what it is where are you to excess? Because if everything seems to be good, then what are you fearing of, right? So this has a lot to do with where you are being too much in the lost phase instead of truly receiving what you deserve and what you desire. And are you just doing this because you love the attention? You know, are you doing this because it fulfills you being able to get lots of attention right now? So the devil has a lot to do with feeling validated, but not willing to give any of that attention back, because it's really about you being self-fulfilling prophecy of everybody's here to serve me. And really, it's about give and take. So, you know, if you are dependent on other people telling you you're valuable and worthy in order for you to feel it, then this dynamic may not be good for you. So, what action should you take has a lot to do with, are you really ready for a relationship? Because this is something that may be going on within you. You know, take a step back. Is this your soulmate? Is this a divine connection? Is this something that is really reflected in your disconnection inside of you, and whether or not you are really using people as a pawn in a game, or are you really following through? Because, you know, this has a lot to do with a wound of you feeling validated, of you feeling deserving. And, you know, maybe you have to see that these divine relationships have to end in order for you to create something that is potentially really transformative. I'm seeing here the potential outcome for you is to heal the pain and suffering that has been always hidden, that has created this energy of you always needing to have a wound or somebody showing up for you who is wounded. It is time for you, in this basic energy of your energy, to help find peace and hope in how you are manifesting these relationships. So whether it's an unrequited love or a soul contract, has a lot to do with how much you are healing the pain and the suffering, and now starting to get into your divine sovereign ability to manifest a wonderful relationship. I'm seeing here that you did not feel that you were worthy of receiving what you really truly desire. You didn't feel sufficient to have enough. You didn't feel independent enough. You did not feel that you know, those wounds that are a problem for you have been getting in the way. And so for you, in order to heal those wounds, it was important for you to see that you did not feel deserving of them in the first place. You did not feel that they could potentially be your higher commitment that is aligned for you. This is really about you feeling validated. And instead of being connected, truly your wishes received. By the way, just a little plug, I am doing a video on wounds. I did one recently. I'll post it in the link below, about the 4 core wounds to manifest. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Marking down the time so I will be able to update them once we're finished. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius, this is the messages for you in the highest divine format, the highest self, and the highest vibration energy, so that you can have in the next 1 to 3 months the highest timeline potential outcome for you and your person. Is it unrequited love, or is it soul contract? And for you, Sagittarius, I feel that your soul mission is in the spotlight right now. I feel that your divine curiosity is awakened, and that there is something coming up for travel or all right, Sagittarius. The current energy between you and your person. Ooh, So you don't feel safe right now with this person. You feel a little bit unraveled inside internally. There is a, you feel maybe blocked, maybe you don't feel very confident. There is some insecurities that's happening here. But it's not obvious on the outside. Not obvious at all. It's basically something that has been, you feel that you have to sacrifice yourself for this relationship, for them. And so your energy towards them, how you are truly showing up in this dynamic, you're showing up in this dynamic in a way that you are trying not to be confrontational. You're just trying to give them what they want. You want to be truly showing up in this dynamic that you could be seen or heard, and it feels like there's a lot of clearing of the throat chakra that takes place. I'm seeing here their energy towards you is a lot to do with some inner child healing, but it's kind of blocked. So there may be some family dynamics that has taken place. I feel there's some problems going on with the child. Definitely a problem going on with the child. And it is creating a block. Thank you, RK. I appreciate that. So I feel that the energy here is blocked. And so I am seeing here, Sagittarius, that their energy towards you has a lot to do with them feeling like they feel distracted by this family dynamic. There is something going on where they have to be focused now on their children or a child or somebody younger. There is something going on here because it has a lot to do with them trying to create a healing that is within the dynamic that has nothing to do with your relationship. So what's blocking the connection? This energetic interference that has taken place has a lot to do with something going on at the home. There is a relationship, and when you take on a relationship, you take on all of their baggage. And when they take on a relationship, they take on all the baggage. And in order for you both to be able to deal with this, there is past life karma that you take on as well. Are you ready to really take on everything that is going to be showing up for you? And are they really willing to do the same? Are you willing to have that talk where you're saying, listen, are we moving into a situation where we are fully being present in each other's lives? And if so, what does that mean? How is home going to be for us each day in our lives? What is it that's going to be sense of celebration of this relationship is not just the marriage contract or the wedding, but you know, what do you take on as a responsibility in this? How do you want me to show up for your children? How do you want to show up for your family's energetic disputes? How do you want to take on what commitment really means for you? And so Sagittarius, what you're meant to learn from this right now in your soul growth, in your emotional wound that you are playing through right now, has a lot to do with how you are coming together, how you guys had both maybe had to fall apart in order to rebuild something fully in it. It's kind of like, I get that tower had already passed. This is something that's happened in the past where the tower is just blown up. And now you both are picking up the pieces and you're trying to figure out how you can come together and have this commitment. I see a celebration. I see something that's like there's going to be a reunion or a celebration where you both are going to come together stronger than ever. And so what action should you take So your higher self is saying it's time for you to really tap into your intuition, really tap into your sacral energy, really look inside at how you feel about this person or how they really feel about you. Because your intuition knows. Your intuition knows the truth. And so your potential outcome in this is not to move on to new love, but know that this is something that has blocked love. Oh, this is something that has been blocking love between you two. Is you looking everywhere else, but instead of looking at the reason that you fell in love with this person in the first place? You're looking at their actions, you're looking at what they have, you're looking at how often they contact you, you're looking at all of these needs, you're looking at all your wounds, and you're reacting to everything but the fact that you fell in love. And love heals everything. When you focus on that true energy in itself, you feel loved by this person. Focus on that. Because the potential outcome is this is going to be a loving, warm relationship and connection. And you're going to find that you are a healer that was divinely guided to go through this relationship dynamic so that you can help others also have a soul contract such as yours. Like your mission is on spotlight right now. And so this is really about you seeing how deserving, how love, and how compassionate you really have to be in order for you to have somebody to show up in that love, because you are the Queen of Cups. And so the pain of the past is time to pull that down. The burden, the stress, and the pain, the burnout is to be dissolved right now, because you are having the energy of the Queen of Cups and not the Ten of Wands that you have always created with before. The energy overall that was in the past was stuck, just not going anywhere before, because you were overwhelmed, you were overburdened, you just like, there's no potential here anymore. Until you go and take a step back and you see really what was this meant to be. You were to love, and love is unconditional. Absolutely. So your potential outcome or a timeline the next month is to be the Queen of Cups. You're going to see how much you are loved. Absolutely. All right. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Feel like I need a nap. Feel like I need a nap. I woke up this morning, I slept in, and it wasn't usual for me, and I had my meditation group as I do every Sunday morning. And I was completely zonked out. And then even after done, I had a nap. And then I woke up, I was completely disoriented. And I was like, I got to do readings today. And then I had my sound issue. And now it's just like, oh, I'm just like not myself today. Not myself. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, unrequited love, soul contract. Well, Capricorn, I'm seeing for you there is Saturn rewards. So where does Saturn represents karma. Saturn is looking at bringing your dreams from the inside outward. It's all about bringing whatever you've been holding inside start being projected outwards. And so this is an unrequited love or soul contract, has a lot to do with where you're putting your passions on. Is this person not showing up for you? Is this person not seeming to be desiring you or stroking your ego? You know, is this someone who made you had some expectations that they were going to show up and be all optimistic and say, oh, this is going to be wonderful between us. And instead, they're not bold, they're not daring. In fact, they're kind of like, whoa, they're not even being anything that's happening that you were expecting at this time. So your energy towards them is like, you know what? I'm not done. I'm not done. I know if I just wait a little bit longer, if I just give a little bit, like, I don't care how much this is depleting me. I'm just going to keep on. I'm exhausted. I'm tired, but I'm just going to keep on. I know that this is not done. I know if I just hang tight a little bit longer, and their energy towards you, they don't want a commitment with you. They're like, yeah, I don't want to put any effort into this. No, I don't want to put any effort into this. Now, this is not what I want right now. So what's blocking this connection? Freedom. You've not yet allowed yourself to be free. You have not yet allowed the ties that bind you to be free. You have not yet been released from the hell and the imprisonment that you have been tied to. You need to allow the energy to reboot and begin again from a new point of perspective. The energy that is coming through is the possibilities of something to be created, and you cannot be in a state of receiving this wonderful creation until you really truly know how to let go. So how do you truly let go? You need to release all the cords and ties that bind you. Visually close your eyes, ground your energy, hold up that template or that contract, whatever it is, with you and your person, and say, please, divine, in all of the power and all of the existence that is, I am now holding the sacred contract of me and my divine partner that is frozen and stuck in time. And I ask you to burn this contract as it is. Release me from all the ties that bind me and allow me to start again. I am free to have whatever is actually really, truly aligned for me. Reset yourself and allow yourself to begin again. What are you meant to learn from this? Release your codependency, release your attachment, release the addiction and the obsession on something happening a certain way, because the divine can't deliver it to you until you let it go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let. And you're saying, I'm letting go. No, you are dragging on, and I can see that the divine has been pulling and pulling and pulling, and you're like, I see the Western with the old wagon and the horses are running and running, and you have been tied to a rope and dragged through the dust for so long. You think you let go because you cannot feel the pain of all the rocks and everything hitting you. That's what you think is letting go. You are still tied to the wagon. You are still being pulled through. The horses may have stopped to drink some water, and it may not feel so bad right now, but you're still attached. That's the thing. You are thinking you let go because the horses stopped to drink some water, but they're ready to go and run again. So you need to learn how to really untie yourself from the binds that holds so tightly. What action should you take? Time to attract your true love, your true soulmate, your true divine. And how are you going to do that? Allow all the illusions and the lies that you told yourself and say, oh, that was all not true. And everything that was confusion, secretive and delusional and gaslighting, release all of it. Because anything that was uncertain, anything that did not show up for you, you held on to, looking for that validation, it would change. You were looking for things to happen, manifesting from a negative angle to be a negative angle. You need to see that you are manifesting from a negative energy in the first place. You want your true divine soul counterpart person to show up in your life from an energy of freedom, of divine elegance. You can't manifest that needing to be rescued from a broken, battered, painful existence. You are no longer bleeding. You're not wounded. You're not a victim. So don't bring in that energy right now. Literally surrender. This moon for you, Capricorn, will bring you the reward from Saturn. Karma is going to allow you to build your dream from the inside out. So when you truly believe that you are deserving of this beautiful dynamic, do my soulmate healing, the twin flame healing, do the violet flame healing, all of these beautiful videos, listen to them when you sleep at night. Just believe that you are deserving of this beautiful divine love, and take away how, when, who, where, why. Those are all ego related. It's time to release the ego. Release the connections that you feel that you created a story from information that it was how you process because you were processing from a wound. This moon is saying something is going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. Something is hidden from you that you do not see. There is uncertainty in you. Or maybe there is uncertainty that you keep on telling the universe, and the universe says, you believe. Do you? Because at one point, you will be dragged by those horses. You find I deserve better. You are manifesting for your person to reject you. You are manifesting somebody to not show up for you. You need to heal that energy by not changing what is broken, but disconnecting from all all that you had to evolve, to learn, to grow, become who you are, to seek a brand new energy from your security, trust, your desires, from your truths, from your visions, and from your connection. Who are you? And don't expect somebody to show up changed. You're changed. Maybe it's time for you to see what shows up for you. All right, Capricorn, Aquarius. You write this down. Yes, Anne, you've changed. If you've changed, then maybe so did your outline. Maybe same as your timeline. Maybe you deserve better. You don't want somebody who's not going to show up for you. You don't want to deal with old pain. It's time for you to have. All right, Aquarius. Thank you all of you for showing up. Watch my videos. And I do have a video on unrequited love. I am doing another one as well on unrequited love and limerence. I do have a limerence video. It's really popular, actually. Really popular. And I am doing another one and another one on mother wound healing. Yeah. Energy of being tied to the horses and being dragged and dragged and dragged. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, we call upon the energy to receive the highest divine messages, to level our vibration to the highest amount, to the highest level of amount, the highest dimension, the highest amount fulfillment that is designed for this period of time for us in this time frame. All right, Aquarius, I see the current energy between you. Maybe it's unrequited, maybe it's a soul contract. But Aquarius, I see a timeline jump. I see you literally calling your future self and saying, it's time to update myself. This is time for me to feel more, love more, be more. And here you are, the current energy between you and your person, your emotional frequency right now, Ten of Pentacles. You listen, you deserve it, you receive it, you are there, you are in a higher commitment, you are feeling energetically bound. You are in a energy of divine deserving. You feel you've inherited beautiful gifts, but your energy of your energy towards them, you're unhappy, you're dissatisfied in some way. You're like, I'm showing up in this dynamic subconsciously that I'm not really happy. I don't know. I just can't seem to be satisfied here. I don't know what's taken place. So their energy towards you, they are constantly saying, hey, you know, what you receive here, I'm trying to give back. And they're doing the people pleasing and you're pulling away. The more that they give, the more you pull away. So it seems like there's a dynamic here where they are trying to work together with you. And the more that you show up in one way, they're showing up in the other. So you're seeing this, all right? And so what's happening is you're blocking this connection right now. In this energetic response is you're like, I'm not desiring this. I just feel that there is, you know, some karma that's at play, or there's something that's blocked. But what's blocked is you don't desire this connection anymore. You've got everything you wanted. And now you lost the desire to innovative and look for more. You lost the carrot that was directing you. As long as you were in pain, you always seek to be healed. And now you've got everything going and showing up for you. You're kind of at that stage where the wedding happened and you've planned it and put everything into the wedding for a year. And after the wedding happens, you're kind of like, okay, now what's next? I feel a little bit like I'm unsatisfied. I need a little bit more. You're looking for the drama. You're looking for the drama. You need to be constantly having something to keep you going. Because if you're always looking at fixing and correcting something, you're bored. You're bored. So what you're meant to learn from this, you're meant to learn that your soul evolution has a lot to do with how you manifest. If you're bored, you're going to manifest the energy of other people not going to show up entertaining you, but instead they're going to board you. Like you're the energy is just echoing out. So you feel like you can't manifest, you're not getting what you want. So we don't manifest from what we desire. We don't manifest from what we want. We manifest by what we are. And if you are constantly in a state of, oh, I'm just receiving everything and now I'm like unsatisfied and I'm bored because I don't have the constant drama, this has a lot to do with you needing to be entertained. You don't know how to find it within yourself, so you're looking for outside codependency to reflect that. So really this has a lot to do with codependency and you looking for others to validate your worth. And so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 6. So what action that you should take? So the guidance of the higher self is stating it is time for you to step back and release you are always looking for them to resolve it. You're always looking at being self-reflected and being in your divine feminine. It's time for you to look at what do you need to do? What is this that's your responsibility? Why is it that you are not being accountable for the fact that you managed to get that wedding, you managed to get everything building up to it, and now how are you going to inspire yourself? This is really about a lack of inspiration. This is about you not knowing how to live yourself in a daily life, inability to do it within yourself. Nobody is going to bore you unless you are looking for someone to entertain you. And if you're looking for someone to entertain you, then everybody's going to show up like a joker. And their job is not to really benefit you other than entertaining you. And then that's where it's going to recreate these distorted relationships where they are just superficial, and subconsciously you want something that's deeper. You deserve it. You work so hard towards it. Why is it seeming that this is about you letting go of others serving you? So the potential outcome that you have is make your goals, plan it step by step, and follow your plan. And as you follow through with your plan, you're going to see all this dynamic change. You need to create your inspiration, and you need to see it has a lot to do with how you follow through, the way you create. And you do this by play, by creating, by doing something that is yours. And by you following through with what your passions are, you're going to see this grow and expand. You can't have other people be your passion project. You can't have other people be your inspiration. You need to be your inspiration, because without it, you're out of your energy and just attached. So this is about you seeing that you are no longer not only going to sacrifice yourself, but you are no longer going to be needing to be in control. You need to see why you can't seem to find it within yourself. It's kind of like, you know, a little child that's constantly seeking attention and approval from their parent, and the parent is going to say, just go play. You don't know how to self-soothe. So you need to learn how to self-soothe yourself. You need how to take care of your own emotional need to learn how to regulate yourself. And by the way, I have a regulation project on my website for those who want to download some of those. And I do have a special for 1111, many different downloaded documents. And it's not one document, but many documents in each of those groups. And so it's part of this to look at how you are self-soothing in your dysregulation, because we always look for something to distract us. See, distract us when things get tough, when our emotions get involved. Is that you actually distracting yourself? So this happens a lot with people who are in limerence. Things start working out, like, okay, now what? You're looking for that constant drama. You're looking for that constant, what's next? You're looking for the high. You're looking for the dopamine addiction. Look for ways to ignite your own dopamine addiction. All right. Pisces. Let me mark this down. All right, Pisces. Thank you, all the love, RK. I love that, you guys. I love all the love that you're sharing with me. Love it. All right, Pisces, so much for you to be grateful. So is this unrequited love? Is this a soul contract? Well, Pisces, past life healing is coming through for you. You are the mystic you were born to be. All right. You are becoming in your sovereign queen energy. You are the energy between you two seems there's charming energy that's taken place between you two, but it is like hot and heavy. It's like maybe even love bombing. Okay. Love bombing is the possibility. Seems like the person is coming in quick and hard and impulsive, maybe a little premature. All right. And so your energy towards them and how you're showing up with them, you're like, oh, I'm all in. I'm in. Let's go. And so you're determined and you're thinking this is success. You're loving the fact that this is moving so fast. Pisces. You're like, yeah, their energy towards you, their true vibration towards you. This card often reveals the hidden feelings or blockages. And I'm seeing their inner child is like, oh, yay, let's go have fun. Let's go and play. And so they're not really being serious. They're playing, okay? They're playing you. Be careful. Be careful. Because right now you're going to the exhibition, you're going to the park, you're going and having a day at the beach, you're going to build a sandcastle. It's a fun day. We're not talking marriage proposal. We're having fun. All right? What's blocking this connection? They don't want a commitment. I'm sorry. They're love bombing you. They want to have lots of fun, but once things get a little tight between you two, they're out of there. They don't want a commitment. They don't want anything serious with you. They just want to have a little fun. So what are you meant to learn from this? Well, you're to learn that sometimes you need to take a step back You need to look at, how are you being controlled and manipulated? Is this divine masculine energy, or is this a wound showing up? Be in play. Absolutely. Be your own authority. Be in your mind that this could be just fun. But a divine masculine will pursue you. Think about it. A divine masculine will pursue you. And so if you go and pull back, if you say, you think about it. If they're just playing and they don't want anything serious, they'll just like, next. See where I'm going with this? So what action should you take in this? Well, remember, Pisces, you are going through some past life healing. You are now getting into the energy of your intuition. And so right now, from your higher self, it is time for you to redirect your energy to your worth. How do you come across as valuable to yourself? When somebody pulls away and doesn't give you value, or says, yeah, come on, let's just have some fun, and you say, yeah, sure, let's do this, you're not going to don't expect a relationship. And don't go into it and say, I want a relationship, because it's not going to happen. You can't take a relationship that was based on a fling to turn into something. You can't see a man that's going to leave his wife to have an affair to give you something deep and meaningful. It just doesn't happen that way. So it's time for you to question your self-worth and where you're giving your energy. Because the potential outcome of this relationship is not going to be a very happy one. You are not going to see this turn into the love to last. This is actually going to be something that's going to be fun. It's going to be playful. It's not potentially to go anywhere, because you are going through a stage of healing. This is a time for you to play. This is a time for you to heal your inner child. This is a time for you to have some distraction. This is a time for you to learn how to let go and just have some fun and not do anything serious. All right, everybody, I hope you all got your messages today. I did go and just recently post some videos on the 4 core wounds. I have a very popular video on limerence, and I am going to go and create some videos today on mother wound, healing the mother wound. And I'm also going to do another one. I announced it earlier and I forget what it is right now. But, oh, limerence. Another one on limerence. Because we want to take ourselves out of the fantasy and be grounded in the reality. To be able to understand that sometimes people show up to play and it has nothing to do with our self-worth. In fact, we're giving everybody the puzzle pieces to put together the piece of puzzles to create the picture that you really want. And if you're giving them pieces that are all projecting of you being in pain, you're going to see that picture develop between the two of you to be pain. So please let me know in the comments if any of these readings resonated with you. Allow me to really love the engagement. And if you are looking for a little mini read for you, I will respond with a little mini reading typed out, responding in the comments below for you. All you have to do is ask me for a little reading, and I will give you a little written reading below. All right. If somebody else responds to you, I'm not encouraging that, but I will go and follow up with a couple of you that way, because I know that, RK, you asked me for a reading here, and I wasn't doing that just now. I might go and do it a little later online, but if not, make a little comment below and I will absolutely take some time, give you that yourself. If you are not a subscriber, I'm sorry, I'm not going to share into that energy with you. Be a subscriber and come and watch my videos. I have a lot here for you so you can be in alignment with a divine partner, with a magnificent relationship that is really give and take, and you can manifest the dreams relationship that you've always desired. I absolutely no, and you have to ask in the comments below, not in the group chat. I'm not being able to respond to the group chat because I'm not able to respond while I'm recording. I'm in OBS, and so put it in the comments below the video, and I will respond. All right. And if you're saying, I don't know where the comments are, they'll be there as soon as this video is posted. I will go back and update the timelines. If you want to give me any feedback, I'm open for it. If you like this layout, let me know. And I will do this every Sunday moving forward. I know I took a break, but I am going to make that commitment with you. I will honor this reading, this type of reading weekly for you. Sometimes I do other ones, and that's okay. I will maybe even do one of those. I'll go back and look at those readings that I've done. But every Sunday, I'll do the weekly signs. I promise. I'll do it. And they're good for next 1 to 3 months, whenever you connect with us. All right. Like my videos, but more so, watch them. And go check out my other videos, because I would love you, because I'm here, the YouTube visionary, trying to just create this for me to share with you. And that is all. Love you all. Thank you very much. And have a blessed month. See you next weekend. If not, see you later. Got a couple of videos coming.